Sometimes when the economy is like this, it's a case of survival. How do I avoid extortionate energy bills?
If you need the help, it's there, take it.
Don't compare. We don't compare out here. Focus on your journey.
My belly's getting bigger, my bank is getting smaller. What's most important in these types of situations is to have a plan, not to allow your money to just come in and out.
You could do things like just work on your credit in the time being, or work on your savings.
Keep going, we're proud of you. This show is about you and me helping the good people out there with some financial advice.
Bro, ain't that right? Because times aren't good right now. Times aren't good for millions of people. I mean, so many of us are going through a cost of living crisis.
It's our jobs to do whatever it takes to make sure people survive the squeeze and manage their peace.
Jeez, you go with that one.
Listen, just made it just now.
Let's get stuck into it. All right, Iman, so we got a question from Videsh, living in a shared flat, and his question is simple. How do I avoid extortionate energy bills? Like, a lot of people are struggling. We're hearing about heat or eat. Like, that's even a crazy concept to even consider.
I think a big thing is for him to lead by example.
Yeah.
So make sure you're the one, I'm switching off everything, book through the house. Be that annoying person to make sure
no,
everybody knows that.
I hear
Because the money's going up.
It's a tough time, so we really need to be on light switch watch. We need to ensure that items aren't left on standby.
Yeah.
And if you can, if your energy provider will send you one, try and get a smart meter because at least you can see your energy usage.
No, definitely. And you know what? Sometimes it can be cheaper if you pay by direct debit.
Yeah.
So definitely check if you have the option.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're struggling right now and you're really struggling to cook, struggling to heat the home, one of the best things you could do is tell someone. Contact your energy provider because quite often they have someone there that can help and can give you some options.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, there are charities available as well, like, that are there that you can reach out to. So don't feel like you have to do it on your own. Don't feel embarrassment. Any one of us can need help at any given time.
Absolutely.
So if you need the help, it's there, take it. So, Tayo, what are we actually saying to Videsh?
We need to ensure that items aren't left on standby. If you can, pay by direct debit because sometimes it's cheaper.
Yeah, and you mentioned the smart meters. Yeah, that could be a good one for him as well.
Yeah, and absolutely talk to someone if you are struggling. Seek help because there is help out there.
Definitely. Videsh, I hope your situation gets better. I hope these tips have helped and we wish you all the best.
All right, let's see what we've got next.
Let's go.
So this is from Lisa. I'm a single mum with 4 kids. Oh, you got 4 kids.
Come on.
And I'm really struggling with the cost of everything. I've got hardly any disposable income left at the end of the week, and we haven't been able to take a family holiday for ages. What can I do to try and make a family holiday a reality?
Yeah, man, I feel this one, man, because I know it's like with 4 kids, it's not easy.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes you're doing all you can and it's just non-stop. This one needs shoes, food, school trips. It just doesn't, it just...
Feels like you're treading water.
All the time, no matter even when you want to save. So it can be really difficult. I think what's most important in these types of situations is to have a plan. Not to allow your money to just come in and out, but to actually have a plan on what you're spending and where you're spending. And then have accounts where you can have goals. You can open accounts for specific goals. So she can open an account specifically for saving. And you're putting a set amount in there to build towards your holiday for the future. Now,
naturally, Iman, it is a bit tricky because we don't know Lisa's exact scenario.
Yeah.
But one of the things that she could think about is increasing her income.
I always tell people, look at the skills that you have already or things that you already do. If you're a cook, look at can you cook for people in your neighbourhood and so forth. She's got children. Can you childmind other children?
Also with your home, if you live near a station, you could probably rent out your driveway. If you've got a garage, you could probably rent out your garage. So that's definitely something she can think about. You look at your direct debits as well, because direct debits are those ones that chip away every single month. Those are the ones that hurt, aren't they?
Definitely, and stop lying to yourself. You know me, I got the gym membership trying to make myself feel good. My belly's getting bigger, my bank is getting smaller. So I need to just cancel it and let it go and start going on some walks.
And I guess the final thing is that, as we mentioned, interest rates are high, bro. But there is a silver lining. It means that savings accounts are offering a better return.
Yeah.
They are offering a better return. So if you do have some money set aside, putting it in a savings account will be doing better today than it was doing a year ago.
Firstly, Lisa, you're doing an amazing job. So be proud of yourself and keep going. Secondly, create a plan, and any money you plan for, try and find the best interest you can on a savings account.
We need to ensure that you look at your direct debits as well.
And then finally, if you can increase your income, find ways to do it and you'll be better for it. Keep going, we're proud of you.
We're proud of you, Lisa, absolutely. Let's look at the next one, E. We've got Marcus, he sent in a video.
Hi, my name is Marcus. I'm 28 and I have a small tech business. The cost of living crisis is really hard right now for customers to afford our services. So how am I able to keep my business healthy at this time? And am I even able to achieve growth in this climate?
I feel Marcus on that one, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to scale, and it's difficult to try and scale in a time where the economy is effectively shrinking. Sometimes when the economy is like this, it's a case of survival. That's the reality of businesses, because so many small businesses in particular can fail during a time like this.
So something that's really important is cash flow. Cash flow is a measurement of the amount of money that comes in and out of your company over a particular period of time. If you have more money that comes in than goes out, you have a positive cash flow. If you have more money that goes out than comes in, you have a negative cash flow. So just like we're doing with our personal income in this cost of living crisis, we're looking at our incomes, our outgoings, we're budgeting, we're looking at places that we can make cuts and save money. It's exactly the same thing with your business. And when you can really break that down and see that, you can see where the ups and downs are and then plan for them.
If you're renting out a space and you can see the tide coming in, it might be the time to say that, let me go digital. Let me go digital for a little bit.
I remember I had an office and I was there feeling good, had my coffee machine, do you know what I mean? My ID card pass.
Swipe it in.
It was wonderful. Then the pandemic hit and I was back in my house. I had to understand that that's not me failing.
Yeah.
That's not me doing bad at business. It's not that nobody wants my service. It's
Yeah.
just the current climate that we're in and we have to be adaptable. The biggest thing is then to your customers. So look at promotions that you can do, ways that you can bring in other customers. Then for me, a big thing right at a time like now, collaboration. If you can collaborate, if somebody has your ideal client already and you can collaborate and you can bring value to their business as well as your own, collaborate at a time like now, reduces the cost, makes the work harder and gets you to your customers. Yeah.
Sometimes you look at industries that are quote-unquote recession-proof. So maybe you want to tailor your tech solutions to healthcare or to utilities, and that way you can ensure that you are still getting an income during a cost of living crisis. As we've both said today, Marcus, what you want to think about is looking at your costs, see if you can scale any of them back if possible. The next thing you want to do is expand your customer base, and you could do that through diversifying your customer base or collaboration. And finally, maybe you want to hold a year or two on growth. Focus on survival. Do what you need to do to stay afloat, and then you can plan for the growth. So when the economy recovers, you can boom and you can fly. I know you will, Marcus.
All the best, Marcus, man. We believe in you.
All right, E, next up, we got a video question from Eden.
So ever since I was 16, I've been working and I still live at home. So I'm very, very fortunate that I've been able to save a lot of my money to go towards a house fund, a mortgage. Even though we are saving so much money, with house prices going up and the cost of living, it just seems unattainable that it's going to be able to happen anytime soon. So my question would be, how would we get the best deals from the banks and mortgage lenders, especially in these uncertain times?
Wow.
Come on.
I'm impressed by her, man.
No, definitely. She's doing the right things. Obviously, you go on social media, seems like everybody's buying a house. Now you feel like you're missing out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're seeing the keys. You want your own 1,000 likes guaranteed.
Yeah, it's
Do you know what I mean?
1,000 likes guaranteed.
1,000 likes guaranteed.
If you take a picture with the keys, you're getting 1,000 likes.
No doubt.
No doubt.
So everybody wants their 1,000 likes
Yeah.
because normally you get 100.
Yeah, it's true.
And 50 of them you went to school with. So it's difficult. It's difficult. Do you know what I mean? You want some likes from strangers.
Yeah. When you see the keys, don't worry about what other people are doing. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare. We don't compare out here. Focus on your journey.
People thought they were going to buy and now they can't. So it's definitely a hard time.
Absolutely.
But like you said, it's about keeping hope.
Eman, one of the best things you could do is use an affordability calculator. Because when you do that, you can work out how much you can afford today.
Yeah.
And that's really important.
Find out how much will lenders actually give you.
Yeah.
Once you know that, then you can go and be realistic. Because you're on there looking at 4 or 5 bedrooms. What can I actually do? What's affordable to me? Maybe you have to change location. Maybe you have to go one bed instead of 2 bed.
You were hoping for a first house with a driveway and you can't get a driveway, then you can't get a driveway. But at least you know where you are.
Yeah.
And you know where you need to get to, basically. And that's the most important thing, because now you've got something that you can work on. There are things that you can do now. You could do things like just work on your credit in the time being, while you're waiting, hoping that interest rates simmer effectively, or work on your savings. And the good thing about putting a bigger deposit down on a property is that you've got a lower loan to value effectively. But what is loan to value? I've got to drop that one. If I was buying a house for 100K and I put down a deposit of 10K, I would have a 90% loan to value, because the loan is 90% compared to the value of the property. When you've got a lower loan to value, it means that you're often able to get better rates, which means that you pay less on interest.
Yes.
So Eden, these are our top tips. The first thing is find out how much you can afford today. We know that prices are difficult at the moment, so what you need to do is ensure you're doing things in the meantime to increase your credit and boost your savings so you can get access to the best interest rates. And finally, remember, your first home isn't your forever home. So make sure you have an open mind when you're looking for properties. But you're doing a great job so far, as we mentioned.
Big up Eden.
Big up Eden. Let's look at the next one, Iman. We've got a message that's been sent in from Sophie. So Sophie said, I'm a student with a part-time job, and my studies mean I don't have any spare time to earn more money, and the costs of everything are going up. Are there any sensible ways to help stretch my money so I can do more of the things I want to do and enjoy my time as a student? Many students in this position. I know I was.
I know what it's like to be a student working. That's what I did. So what do you think? What are some tips here?
A lot of students will just go ahead and use student loans or student credit cards for enjoyment.
As my dad would say, it's a no.
It's a no.
It's a no. Don't do it.
There's no two ways about that one. I know that some students use it for books and things like that, which is an investment in yourself, but don't feel pressured to tap into it.
You don't have to spend it.
Yeah.
You don't have to get further and further into debt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. I think also budgeting, so looking at your income and outgoings and seeing where your costs have really gone up and where you can change. So for me, one of the big costs was food, right? So I think a great tip for Sophie is to do a big shop.
Yeah.
And get stuff that you can put in the freezer so that it's going to last longer. But to do that, you got to do the work by having a plan.
Also, to add to that tip as well, E, don't go food shopping hungry.
Ah.
Oh my gosh.
Lord!
You'll start buying all of these cereals from America that cost like £7 a box. It doesn't make any... You become irrational when you're hungry. It's very easy to get caught up and be frivolous in university, doing what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
But it's all about, like you mentioned, budgeting. You can use social media groups to find out where certain discounts are, because there is discounted enjoyment.
Definitely. And there's student discounts. Student discounts when it comes to going out, student discounts when it comes to food. So use them, like find them out. Keep the cost low.
Exactly that.
So yeah, it's all about just trying to... But actually, the biggest thing for me is enjoy uni.
Yeah.
Because see that workplace? You see that workplace that's coming for you? Yeah. Enjoy your uni, please.
Enjoy uni, honestly.
Enjoy it, because when you get to that workplace, you're going to wish you was in uni.
But look, what you can do is you think about compartmentalising some of your income to ensure that you can spend it on enjoyment. Maybe you want to do a big shop, or maybe you want to do a big shop with your housemates as well. So just to ensure that that money goes further. And finally, do the groundwork. So whether that's collecting vouchers, going to clubs early to ensure that you get them for free, or whatever it may be to ensure that you spend as little as possible, but still get that maximum enjoyment.
Yeah, we're happy for you. Tayo's so happy he ate the dictionary, compartmentalised. Tayo, that's gone so quick.
So quick, bro.
But the truth is, we don't have all the answers. I just hope you've been able to take something that can help you in your situation. It's a hard time for all of us.
Absolutely. Right now, it's really important to look after each other. So, sending you guys love. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed any of the tips, make sure you leave them in the comments below. And leave some comments below if you've got your own tips. We want to hear from you too.
Well, hey, yo, come on. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.